Okay, so here we are. We're just doing a quick video on kayak mods. I will go into more detail one by one in later videos. For now, we'll just run them over. So you've got a Stealth Profisha 525 with common mods. The first one being the extended rudder. I've placed some two-part epoxy on the rudder itself. It's probably about a third bigger. It helps with tail wag with following seas. So that's a pretty bloody good mod to start off with your 525s. Obviously you've got your heavy duty mounts for your flag and whip when you're off the coast of Victoria and South Australia when we're out fishing with the boys. Obviously a twist hatch, that's pretty much mandatory. It's a really good mod. Comes in bloody handy, really easy to use, quite simple and quick. Running down the kayak, you've got basically your transducer. I've got two hatches. I've got the one flat hatch and I've got the flush mounted fish hatch. This is a flush mount model. In there I've got a Garmin Striker DV model with the GPS built in, and then obviously got just a bait knife for stabbing larger fish and or cutting up any pillies, etc, etc. Or getting myself out of the shit. Got a flush mounted Scotty rod holder. That usually uses, I use that for bait fishing. I have a rod holder coming off here so I can just watch my rods. Generally doesn't get used because we're usually trolling for tuna or kings. This here, very handy, one-handed operation. Got a Rapala, carbon steel. That's good for crushing barbs or just getting a fish off your hooks. You got your bungee, your snap. There's basically a that's get from any marine store, and basically a button, lockdown button. So that's really good for offshore conditions. You just a one-handed operation. Just pop it, use it as the handle, and throw it back. Obviously, I've placed everything on with rivets and stainless steel hardware, and obviously finished with Sikaflex. The transducer itself I've modified. I've made my own mounting bracket and fixed that in place with more Sikaflex and sealed it again. And then that's basically running down into the kayak. That's where the battery usually goes, but I've decided to go one step further, and I've basically just swung the battery around, and I've actually side mounted it to the inside of the fish hatch. So that's it there, and I'm not sure if you can see, but that there is a zippy. It's a zippy battery. That's 4 amps, the size of the Mars bar, and that could easily run my sounder for up to 12 hours, if not a little bit more. There's going to be a future install for that, and there's going to be gang switches, and they're going to run stern lights and nav lights. So that's pretty much it up here, and you've got a small recovery handle here that I placed on. That's probably going to come back off because the Stealths are so easy to get back in when you come out in open water. You just basically jump on. They're dead easy. That's about all the mods so far at this stage, and I'll talk about them in detail and how to do them in future videos. Alright, cheers.